Making animated features is a long process, as producer Catherine Robbins and executive producer John Coates know only too well. Pumpkin Moon was no exception.
It goes a long way back. I think Catherine Robbins showed me the book about 4 years ago, and it's taken all that time to put it together. And when she showed me the book, which is a lovely book, I thought, gosh, that would make a marvellous film. And she asked me if I'd help her raise the money. I think it normally takes at least 2 or 3 years.
Turning a picture book into an animated story is no simple process.
The original book is just a picture book with about 15, 20 coloured pictures. Now, if we turn that into a story, the actual story would last maybe 5 minutes. So we have to change the story so it lasts for half an hour.
Director Hilary Aldous played a crucial role in this process.
The director actually oversees all the animation and directs all the action and also does the storyboard. I actually drew the storyboard up.
What exactly is a storyboard?
A storyboard is the complete film in picture form.
Oh.
So it means that for every scene, for every different action, we actually have a little picture. It's like a comic book, really.
Have you got a storyboard with you? Could you show it to us?
Yes, I have. I brought one with me. This will give you an idea of what is involved. It's this sort of big. It's an enormous thing. Probably about 1,000 different drawings. Every separate panel shows a different bit of the action. And then here is the cat running in. And there's Cauldron Witch. The whole film is planned in pictures before we actually go to the expensive drawing of the film, because the actual animation is a very expensive process. So we can't make mistakes when we start doing the drawing. It's all got to be planned.
The other key member of the team is Michael Gabriel.
Well, in this film, I'm the art director and the character designer. And what that is that I'm responsible for the feeling of the film. I'm responsible for how it looks, the color, the light feeling, the mood feeling of every scene, and literally the color of every character and every prop in the film. And here is a picture of yourself, the invisible man. There's the first drawing sketch I did, and this is the way the character appears in the film.
Oh, yes.
Here's our lead character, the cat. And she was difficult to get right because a black cat is hard to position on different colored backgrounds and have the cat appear very clearly on screen. So we modified her color to a dark gray, and we changed the feeling of the backgrounds to have mist and fog effects behind the cat so that she really showed up on screen. Here's one of the spooky, foggy neighborhood scenes where the pumpkins are flying off to the town square, followed by the cat. And again, the kind of foggy autumn atmosphere that happens throughout the film.
When you were designing the look of the film, how closely did you want to stick to the original book?
The book has got really lovely illustrations and fun ghosts and ghoulies and things, and all the essence of Halloween.
It was very important to keep to the spirit of the book because we've expanded the story and added new characters, but we very much wanted to give the book's feeling, and so we've got the same children, and we've got a lot of the same pumpkin faces for the army of pumpkins who fly into the night sky in the middle action of the film.
The film was animated by Toons Animation India. The animators were sent a regular supply of reference material.
This film is set in North America during autumn, Halloween season, and that's something that is unknown in India, so we had to give visual reference for the kind of atmosphere that happens at that time of year, with autumn leaves covering the ground everywhere and feeling of mist and fog, and also the feeling of American cities, because there is a city in the film, and it isn't any particular city, it's a fantasy city, but we had to give some idea of how to draw the buildings which are used in the film.
Armed with a supply of references, Hilary and the team from Toons set to work on the animation.
Here is some animation drawings I've brought in just to show you. And you see at the bottom here, we've got little holes in the paper. We put these over pegs, so every piece of paper is in exactly the same position. And then what we do is we do a drawing and then do another drawing and flick it. And here you can see what happens, you see. So the cat is here looking ever so happy. And you see, the cat is actually blinking.
Some elements of the film were easier to create than others.
Well, the easiest thing as far as animation is concerned was really animating all the pumpkins, because the pumpkins are just balls, and so you just sort of, they're simple to animate.
The pumpkin faces were a lot of fun to design. There are dozens of pumpkins who fly, and it was fun creating different faces that are carved onto the pumpkin. And on the reverse side, the army of malevolent witches were a lot of fun. We've got a bat witch and a cauldron witch and a book witch, who are all different shapes and sizes, and they were great fun to do.
There are plenty of similarities between this and your other films, like The Snowman or The Bear.
Oh, yes, there are, and quite important ones, I think. There's no dialogue. There's a little bit of commentary, voiceover, but no dialogue. And there's a really good, strong song in there.
Stop where you are, put down your broomsticks. I'm fed up with you witches and the bad things you do. For too many years, you bullied and fought us. Now I'm gonna work a little magic on you. Witches are bad, but pumpkins are glad to be calling the tune. Nothing will stop us flying to Pumpkin Moon. As the moon begins to rise, the bells will ring as your power dies. The orange glow of hope is in the air. A long time ago, on Halloween night, the pumpkins and witches got into a fight. You put a spell on me, the wrong thing to do. Now I'm gonna work a little magic on you. The circle of life will banish your strife. Now we're calling the tune. No one will stop us getting to Pumpkin Moon. Oh, Pumpkin Moon. Oh, Pumpkin Moon. Oh, Pumpkin Moon. Oh, Pumpkin Moon.
Now, John, you've got a cameo role in this film. Does that always happen?
No, not always, but occasionally it does, and it's generally meant as a bit of a joke with the crew of working on the film, try and squeeze it in some way.
John Coates is not the only one with a cameo role.
Every film I work in, I try to get my dog in there. So my dog Badger, he is actually in the film as the farmer's dog. He barks at a scarecrow.
You might find my face on one of the pumpkins, but I won't tell you where. You'll have to look hard at the film.
Everyone has a favourite character.
My favourite, I think, is the Cauldron Witch, because she's rather round and generally flies in a funny, mechanical way. She's quite amusing.
I like the Halloween, this trick-or-treat sequence when the kids are all going through the fog and the cat is jumping up at the bat. That's a very nice bit of animation there.
It's turned out really well, and I'm delighted with it. I think favourite moments, I'm not sure there's one specific. I like the karate witch amuses me no end. I think she has a future somewhere.